Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem El Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, so that I can teach this word through the four corners and show sincerity. Back on that lesson, let's be and pray Yah, Ba'ashem El Shai, Lord, and it's edifying. And I'm straight to the point. Okay, the topic, is going to be, on Yahweh Shai's return. Okay, a king with many crowns. You see, because the way that Yahweh Shai is going to return, we're going to be to smite, the nations, like Revelation 19 says. Okay, to take down, these different nations and to fight against, and really to, not even much of a fight, but really to defeat. Because it's going to be an utter defeat. It's not going to be like a real fight. Because you know how you see a real fight, it's long, drawn out. People getting hurt. It's a struggle. But this is not going to be a struggle. This is just going to be a transfer of power. Okay. It's going to be by the way of, the chariots, the angels. Okay. And, mainly, okay, the nuclear missiles, shot by these different nations. Okay. It's Revelation 1:7. I gotta start with this. It says, "Behold, he coming with clouds," and those clouds are talking about the chariots of Yah Ba'ashem El Shai, the so-called UFOs, or what else they call it, the unidentified, aerial phenomenon. It says that every eye shall see him. Everybody's going to witness, the return of Yah Ba'ashem, the return of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh is gonna send Yahweh Shai. Okay, and they also which pierced him, and all kings of the earth shall work because of him, even so, amen. So, Yahweh Shai's coming back, to pay back, those which pierced him as well. They are back here today, through, reincarnation. And it says all kings of the earth shall well because of him. Because again, the scriptures also tell you, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Okay. Amos 5 and 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and not light in it. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the servant bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right, this is a very milk topic, but, what these people, desire the day that the Lord returns, but not knowing what type of day, it's going to be. Like what you about to, go through. We know that, hey, all hell is about to break loose. Okay, so as if man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went to a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. Meaning, there's not gonna be no escape. There's nowhere you can run. Nowhere you can hide that's going to shield you from what's about to come. The only men that's gonna have protection in the times to come, are, the elect. Okay. You see? But I want to get Revelation 19. Because they talk about how he's going to come and smite the nations. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse. Right? It's talking about the chariot. A white horse. He that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. And it said in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Who's he going to make war with? These different nations. Okay. It's a perfect, chapter. A perfect scripture, 2 Ezra 13. Because, it talks about the return of Yahweh Shai. It talks about he's going to make war with the other nations. How he's going to fight against these nations' armies. And how he's coming with a chariot. It's in 2 Ezra 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. This is Ezra's having a vision. And lo, it's talking about, look, there rose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof, meaning how Yahushua's gonna come through, how he's gonna return us through, the firmament. Okay, you've been here, brother, say, oh, Yahushua's coming to crack the clouds. The way that Yahushua's gonna return is gonna come through the firmament. It's gonna look like, waves. Okay, if I'm breaking it, if you can understand it. Okay, but he's gonna come through it. Because Esau think he could go through, the firmament, but he can't. You need, very special vehicles, which will be the chariot. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man was strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he returned his countenance to look, all things that were seen under him, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all day burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And this is talking about the concentrated fire, okay, from the chariots. You see? And people not understanding, even when they read horses. Okay, when they read white horse, they just think it's gonna be just a white horse, coming out of the sky. It's like they just think it's gonna be a white horse just coming out of the sky, but this is, symbolic. When you read the scriptures, it's read, metaphorically. Okay, it's not just plain. It's not just Yahushua's coming in a big chariot. It's read metaphorically, a white horse. Okay, white could represent I believe purity. Okay. And I wanted to get a precept for the concentrated fire from the chariot. Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many. So you see how I've mentioned the chariots once again, because the chariots are going to play a very important role in the times to come, in the destruction, okay, of this kingdom. As I said, all this is just a transfer, okay, of power. You see, 2 Ezra 6 and 9 tells you, I'm going to start at 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And when he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob handheld first the head of Esau. And this was symbolic how, we were going to take him down out of his kingdom, take him down from his kingdom, from his his rulership. You see. And Yahushua is going to be part of that. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau's age of ruling must end, because we're up next. Okay, we're finally coming to we're finally coming to the finale of everything. Even since the beginning with Adam and Eve, with the sons of God going off, and us, having righteous kings and wicked kings, and Jay going through the different captivities, Babylonian captivity, and captivity after captivity with these different nations. Okay, and us being finally, and going through the, the diaspora, Jake being scattered. Okay, Jake taking on the custom of the heathens, and ultimately them coming back. Even before that, with Yahushua returning and prophesying about 70 AD, how that was going to happen. Through everything, we finally at, the end. We're literally, at the end, of all this shit, not really shit, but, all that really had to, take place before we can learn, okay, of, wickedness and, the judgment, and really making us true, judges. All this was to form us and make us ultimately, perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, because our salvation is very, very close. This is Sirach 10, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right? Again, it's just a transfer. This is all just a transfer of power. You know, why you think people suffering so bad right now? People saying it's not the same as it is. You know, people barely paying for groceries and shit. Jake barely paying for rent. Rent is too high. Okay, you basically gotta be, gotta make $500,000 a year to live. Okay, or even that, to live your life. But going back to this precept, because unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Esau has been a very wicked, ruler. Going with Gad, stealing riches throughout the four corners of the earth, rape, robbing everybody, even still now through his propaganda. He's taking, the nation's resources, but at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashim outside sees all of it. Okay. But it's really not for the heathen. It's for, his chosen. Okay, Israel, starting with the elect. And ultimately for Yahushua to get his kingdom. Okay. I should have read the 4th verse. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that's going to be Yahushua only, and the elect being the governing body. Okay, the 144,000. You see? Skip down back to 9. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? There's not a more wicked thing than the covetous man, for such and once settled his own soul to sell, because while he lived he casted out his hours. The physician cut it off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. So you see, and Yahushua is ultimately going to be that physician that cut off this disease, named Esau, Edom. Okay, which is polluting the whole earth. When the scriptures say wickedness has polluted the whole earth, it starts with who's in power. Okay, that's why even when you read Surah 10, okay, I'm gonna read it. Surah 10 and 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Esau's not a prudent man, because this kingdom is not well ordered. There is no order. Everything is upside down. They put good for bad and bad for good. See? It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such as are that dwell therein. So, because of the devil, okay, is in power, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, to clarify who the Esau Edom is, and not even just regular Edomites, the elites, okay, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. These people are in power, and they have spread wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth. It says, unwise king destroyed his people. All right, Esau is the unwise king. He destroying the people. Saying man can be with man, that's destroying your people. That's destroying the people. Okay, because I'm looking for the word. It inhibits, okay, the further population. Okay, or it decreases the population. It inhibits the population from increasing, and it destroys your soul, because that's very unclean. It says, but through the prudence of them which are in the authority, the city shall be inhabited. So ultimately, when your house gets in power, then the city's gonna be, or I should say the earth is gonna be inhabited. Okay, well set, well ordered. You see? Back in Revelation 19, and what was that? Was that 12? It says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Because Yahushua's coming to destroy, defeat, utterly defeat. Okay, complete KO. Complete knockout these different nations. Completely take them down. And ultimately, all these kingdoms and these lands, okay, Yahweh Shai is the one that set them up. Okay? Because ultimately, Yahweh Shai is the true king. And it says, he had a name written that no man knew but himself, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. This is Yahweh Shai, the Word of God. When you go to Okay, Luke 1. No, John 1. John 1 and 1. This is, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High, and the Word was power. And the same in the beginning with the Most High. It says all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Okay, and I want to skip down to where it says, the Word was made flesh. Skip down to 14. It says, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So you see the Word was made flesh, so that is Yahweh Shai. That's one of his titles, the Word of the Most High. Revelation 19 and 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth gored a sharp sword, and with it that he should smite the nations, that he should rule them with a rod of iron, and he treaded the winepress, the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power. All right, see, Yahushua is coming with an army. Okay, he's coming with an army. You see, and with that army, he's gonna smite the nations. And so he treaded the winepress, because all of the bloodshed that's gonna be spilled. Okay. I'm gonna read a couple more verses in Second 13. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, out of number, from the four winds of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he created himself a great mountain and flew upon it. So when Ezra is seeing it, he's likening the chariot that Yahushua is on unto a very great mountain, because it was so, well, it says it in the 7th verse, but I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. So that chariot that Yahushua has come on is so large that Edris couldn't see the beginning or the end of it. Okay, it was so large. You see? It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all that which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yet there's fight. So even though, these different nations' armies are going to be scared to fight against Yahushua, the Lord is going to put the spirit on them to fight regardless. Isn't that a scary power? For you to be afraid of fighting someone that you will lose, and they're making you fight. You see? And this also proves that, there's no such thing as, free will. Okay. And continuing on, this isn't low. As he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. So you see, that's talking about, again, the concentrated fire from the chariots, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon a multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So again, defeat, utter defeat, complete knockout. Okay, no, it's not gonna be a fight for real. You could say it's a fight, but it's really just a defeat, just an utter defeat for these nations. Okay, but with that little one, this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakak, Wadash, and double honors to the apostle that was a great millstone. Shalom to the Akim teaching that focus at earth. Shalom.